being joined by Peter Newland, designer and publisher of Wizard Dodgeball, which is currently on Kickstarter. Wizard Dodgeball is a game. It's basically dodgeball with a team of wizards that get a bunch of spells that they can use and try to knock the other player out. So Peter, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Give us some idea how the game works.
All right, so in Wizard Dodgeball, it plays just like regular human dodgeball in that your team of wizards needs to get up to the front line, needs to grab balls off the line and bring them back behind the attack line so that they become active to throw at the other team. Throwing balls at the other team is range based. For this instance, 47 is 2 zones away, and that is what you're going to roll to determine the attack is the 2 colored dice listed on the stat card. In this case, 47 is rolling 2 blue dice and 36 is rolling 2 white dice to dodge it. And the color of the dice is important because the white dice go to 5, the gray dice go to 6, the blue dice to 7, and the red dice to 8. So you have a chance of rolling higher with 8s than you do with whites. However, if 36 is rolling 2 dice to dodge, that gives them a chance to catch the ball on doubles. They would catch, 47 would come out, this player would bring in one wizard that's been eliminated from the game. Now with the range based, the board is broken into 4 zones divided by the attack lines in the neutral area. 2 zones away is 2 dice. 1 zone away, 47 is going to add a white. 3 zones away, 47 is only going to roll 1 die, the higher of his dice. If 36 has a ball to dodge with, he's going to add a dice to dodge because he's also blocking. The other half of Wizard Dodgeball is casting spells. Both players start with the same set of spells, same point value, but depending on the magic stat of their team, they have the sum total of the magic stat of their team for points to buy spells to use during the game. For instance, if 49 were to cast a spell, the spell would go down below. I don't know what spell this is. They would use teleport to teleport up to the front line for 1 action. Each wizard gets 2 actions on the turn. With their next action, they could throw the ball to the next player in their team who doesn't have to move for the ball and would be able to throw right on their next turn. The magic stat is also how many adjacent targets that wizard can hit. For instance, if 47 was up next, he has line of sight all the way across the board and could target these 3 spaces with his magic stat of 3 with 1 free spell. So he would cast Freeze with his red and blue, and then each of these wizards would try to resist that spell. If either wizard rolls a double, the spell bounces back at the caster, and he needs to defend against their own score. Players keep going until one player knocks the other team off the board, and it's an alternating turn, played in a fixed initiative throughout the game. So if player 1 used 49, player 2 would go with 47, player 1 would go back with 36. Back and forth, round and round. If any wizard is ever knocked out, and it was player 2's turn with 47, they would lose that turn and would go back to player 1 with number 36. That is the very brief overview of Wizard Dodgeball.
Awesome. Can you give us a couple examples of some of the different spells that you can cast?
Right, so there are spells such as Freeze, which would make a wizard basically lose a turn, and the attacker only needs to roll better than a 5 to knock him out. You have spells that will strengthen your team to give them a bonus die to roll during an attack. The ever popular Fireball, which has a fixed attack all the way across the board, so there's no die rolling for the attacker, just the defender, and the defender wouldn't be able to catch that one. A very powerful one is the Speed or Slow, which either gives you an extra action on your turn or takes an action away from your opponent.
All right. Awesome, thanks.
Thank you.